Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit, Lake Okeechobee, and had a really good practice. I struggled the first day of practice, ran around, checked a lot of places, and you know, the second day seemed like they really started moving up to spawn, and found 3 or 4 really productive areas. Caught one, might have been 10 pounds, but caught a lot of fish that day. Shook off a lot of fish, and you know, really felt like I was around several good groups of fish. Fished those 2 places yesterday, and you know, only came up with 4 fish. So there was some fish caught around me, but it was overall really slow. And then today, went to 2 completely different areas than what I fished yesterday, and you know, started off catching a couple real quick, and again, you know, the fish were concentrated in a real small area. There was 3 of us there, and watched some good ones get caught real early on a topwater, and then after that, you know, things slowed down, and you know, I just didn't ever get the bite. One of those tournaments where you come away super frustrated. I felt like I fished good, I fished slow, and you know, had a good practice, fished all the places that I wanted to over the course of the tournament, and it just didn't materialize.
That's all she wrote.
Fishing out of Elton, Missouri, Mr. Casey Scanlon. Yes, indeed. Scanlon, one shot that limit, bro. Yeah, you didn't need me to tell you that, right? About 4 bass today, those 6 pounds, 11 ounces, Casey.
Always frustrating when you put a lot of effort into it and it doesn't work out the way you want, but that's tournament bass fishing. So, long season, you know, you want to start off the season with a good tournament, of course, and Florida's always been good to me. But this week it was pretty stingy. It was tough on me, and we're gonna have to go get them at the next one. And luckily, it's a long season, so we got a lot more turbies and a lot more good finishes ahead of us.
Mr. Casey Scanlon, come on with it. Casey, 6'11" on day 1. And 5 more of those bad boy Okeechobee bass today that weigh 7 pounds and 12 ounces, Casey.
Yeah, this week, you know, I fish slow a lot of the time. I reeled around a speed worm a little bit, threw a prop bait and some other Florida baits. But when you come to Florida, you know, just a straight tail worm is a real staple. So I got 20-pound Bass Pro Shops fluorocarbon, Bass Pro Shops XPS tungsten weight here, and I alternated the weights. I had several of these rigged up. I had an 1/8, 16th, a 3/16, you know, just depending on the wind, the cover. You just want to get as light as you can so it doesn't foul up with grass and other things while it's on the bottom. So there's a lot of that decaying debris down here. Threw it on a 7'6" SixGill Siren rod, and an 8-to-1 Wraith reel from SixGill as well. So awesome combination. You know, was able to land some big fish in practice. Unfortunately, they didn't come to the boat for us in the tournament, but you know, when you're coming to Florida, this is a great setup to have. You're going to catch fish everywhere you go on this thing. So just straight tail worm, light Texas rig on SixGill rod and reel, and that was the story this week.